We came here, we started the startup at YOUSEEU and had some of the same challenges we had at CA, obviously with developing software and needing to make sure it was good quality and that we're delivering on time and able to make things work. And so immediately thought, hey, we need XBOSoft. Actually, the collaboration's been great. So I've worked with a lot of different third-party companies doing QA or engineering for us. We usually have our on-site team with engineering and QA kind of built in. And one of the things that I think XBOSoft has done really well, which is one of the reasons we've wanted to partner again at another company, was the relationship as it continues. So it's not just here's a few tests, run through them, be done with it. It was let's actually learn what the company's doing, what the product is supposed to do, how the domain actually works, and that domain expertise makes a huge difference in being able to adequately test and deliver good software and anticipate issues. Not just run through these 10 steps, but well, what are the other steps that we should look at, or how should we look at those steps in different ways? So we've seen a lot of good collaboration going back and forth, understanding what the product is, what our needs are, and then addressing those. So some of that actually comes in the form of even just audio and video conferencing, but a lot of it's just the dialogue back and forth of, well, what are these features, what is this meant to do, and why is this important, and then, okay, how can we test it, and back and forth ideas. Here's how we could test it, well, what about this, how can we set up some environments, how can we set up test data so that we can run through and adequately look at this. Oh, absolutely, and we appreciate that. I mean, it really does feel like it's not just, oh, that's your product, that's your company. It's a real partnership because they're asking the good questions. They're there with us as we're working through issues and trying to get ready for release and figuring out what needs to be done. It feels like a partnership, so we really appreciate that. Cool. The daily report itself has been a great way to just keep up to date on, well, what's happening. What were we able to cover? What was seen? What were the priorities? Any questions? A lot of that comes out with the questions of, well, here's this new feature and it behaves this way, but we're not sure, is this how it's supposed to be? And some good clarification comes out of those reports, as well as here's what was covered, here's the defects that came out, and it's been great. And screenshots come in there, little dialogues back and forth of, what should this do? And the prioritization. We have never, ever had a problem with prioritization of, hey, here's what's most important, here's what we need to focus on, in the next X number of hours. It's right there. And then planning forward to say, here's the next week objectives, here's the next month, here's what we're releasing, and why this is significant. That's, again, it feels like the partnership.
Yeah.
They know what we're doing and why we're doing it, and then it makes sense, the prioritization on both sides, I think. It was like within a sprint. The team ramped up on, oh, here's video, here's how we simulate videos, here's how we decode videos, here's how we do all these different types, here's test data, and they were able to come up to speed on the new technology and the new domain very quickly. Another thing that we've really appreciated is XBOSoft, maintaining that consistency, as we've had changes in other organizations where people are swapping in and out, they're assigned to different projects and things, and you lose some of that. You lose that deeper knowledge of the product. So they can do the basic testing and the basic verification, but they can't, really think for themselves, understanding, hey, here's what we ought to do to take it to that next level. And so that's been really good with XBOSoft, to be able to have that consistency. And where there's always some change, but where that is, it's usually transparent to us because the team itself self-trains and takes care of that, so that the work really isn't impacted and we don't skip a beat. And that's been a significant difference and a real thing that differentiates, I think, between XBOSoft and some of my other experience in the industry.